time for a celebration! Because it's been 1 year since the start of Armatelum Showdown's development. Now, does that mean the visual novel itself has 1 year's worth of work put into it? Heck no! If you know my ramblings on this channel, you'll know that because of a small little location known as University, I have to take massive breaks in between development to focus on the studies. I really didn't feel like working on the game since I was working on uni projects. I just wanted to take a break whenever I could to rest my mind and soul. Please don't say I am lazy, because uni stuff drives me crazy. But to celebrate 1 year of Armatelum, I thought we could take a sneak peek into the Armatelum Showdown visual novel. Yeah, that's right, gameplay footage! Cut to the video! Hello everyone, it is I, J5, the Hyperforce, you know, the one that gotta play super hyper style and panache, and welcome to Armatelum Showdown. I want to show a preview, so here we go. Planet Earth. A planet with many secrets within its walls. Earth is flat confirmed. No. Many people know that the future... People may not know what the future holds for us. I should tell you people who are new to me, I'm not good at reading out loud. For those people who know me for my visual novel Let's Plays, welcome back. I'm still at reading. But yeah, I just... New people, just be patient with me. Even though I wrote this, I still can't read. Well, if you want to get technical, I'm bad at reading out loud and I stutter over myself. That's what dyslexia does to you, man. But I'm still a writer. Why? Because I like it. You think I'm not doing this because I don't like it? Of course I love writing my own stories. But we don't know what the past holds as well. We may know a lot about the Earth's past, but we don't know exactly everything that happened. The topic of today is related to a lost past that is theorized. 3 comets show up orbiting the Earth every year for a day before they fly back off to the infinite span of space. Fun fact, I actually might make this day that the comet orbits around the Earth July 14th, or the day that the game gets released, you know, properly. It just depends what the date is. Because Armatelum takes place over the summer. So if the game comes out in spring or winter, then I can't have the day of the comets be on that day, can I? These comets are related to the lost past that I mentioned earlier. The comets of sky, ocean and land. These 3 comets are also related to the new sport of Armatelum. The new laser tag styled sport you've all been playing. Yes, even in this universe, Armatelum is the new hot hit thing, and it's become an international sport. Have you seen one of these animes where the entire world is obsessed with one thing? Pokemon, Bakugan, Digimon, is Digimon like that? Beedamon, definitely. Yu-Gi-Oh, all that stuff. That's the style that Armatelum is going for. You know, the sort of toy merchandise thing. Except there is no merchandise. I would love to own an Impact Blitzer IRL. According to rumours, there's some relics inside the comics dating back to medieval times. These relics also inspired the Armatelum sport, the relics of the lost past. So the person that was talking to us that entire time was this history teacher. It's not the kid in the middle, that's not a teacher! He's off screen at the front of the class, while our little blue boy here is sat at a desk, listening to the lecture. You better recycle or else Earth-chan's gonna be upset. Today is the day where these comets will show up for their annual visit. Burps. Yeah, I still burp. Today is the day where these comets will show up for their annual visit. Hence why I'm talking about them today, class. Yeah, Armatelum. That new sport that revolutionized the world with its aura technology. Given that this is a younger Nova, I should probably make his voice younger, but how do you even? It uses the life energy that we... How do you do a young guy voice? It uses the life energy that we all have, aura, to power up the lasers and detect hits on the players. If I'm bad at reading out loud, I'm even worse at reading out loud in a voice. Patience is a virtue, please. It's really weird. If aura is real, then what else could be? This lost past that this teacher is rambling on about, and all sorts of other fairy tales. Yeah, right, I wish! I was trying to figure out how I should have read that then. So, like, the lost past, oh yeah, of course! Did I just hear an explosion? Nova ran over to the window of the classroom along with the other students. An impact crater has been made in the school's playground field. The crater seems so deep, no one could actually see what made the impact. Other students start running out of the classroom along with the teacher. With Nova's curiosity heightened, he follows the rest of the class. Oh yeah, I should probably state that the game still is in production. Like, a lot in production. So some things are going to be choppy, some things might be out of sequence. Name tags might be there when they're not meant to be. You know, there's still all sorts of stuff that could happen that shouldn't, but hey, at least it works! Of course, all of this is going to be fixed in the final release, but this is a pre-demo 1 alpha build. Alpha beta, it's sort of in the middle. At the crash site, Nova was one of the last students to come to see the wreckage. Other students have already left the scene, including teachers included. So they all got bored of this mysterious crash site, what? The small boy looked upon another student trying to pull something out of a large rock. It seems like I forgot to change the text! Okay, the sword that you see in the middle was originally a gun. But I changed it to a sword because it made more sense, but I forgot to change the bloody text. So I'm gonna ad-lib this. It seems like a sky blue, cyan, and white sword is sticking out of this meteor. People tried to pull out the gun with no luck. I meant the sword. Oh! Screams of pain can be heard as the sword seems to electrocute those brave enough to pull the weapon from the comet. Nova took a step back, seeing the last brave student give up on the prize. Star Eyes looked at the abandoned weapon. It seems to be calling to him. Nova can feel some sort of warmth from this strange weapon. Nova gulped, knowing what he wants to do. The boy slowly walked over to the comet. There he goes! As the boy's curiosity heightened. Josh! Read! As the curious boy walked, a white light came through the cloud and raced down to the Earth's lands. Nova gets right up to the gear, but not close enough to touch it. I should probably change gear to sword, but whatever. Yeah, it was originally a gun, as it was meant to be some sort of old army gear, but again, that wouldn't really make sense. So I changed it to a magical sword. And I forgot to change the text. Though I missed. He can feel this magical warmth. Such an alien-looking sword seems so inviting. All of the way, wimp! Nova looks behind him and sees the school bully. The school big shot bully. Should be schools. I am noticing an expert armate player within the school. Armatelum player. I should probably say the full word. This armate gear belongs to the big shot. Armate gear? He thinks to himself. Doesn't look like an armate gear, actually. It looks like a sword! I'm gonna have to change that text as well. What's that nut? Oh yes! Young Nova! Meant to do that young voice that I was doing. Was that nut job teacher actually right about this comment? Move, shorty. If anyone's going to get this sword, it's going to be me. The bully gets up to Nova's personal bubble, pushing him out of the way. Yeah, the dialogue's not finalized. Don't look at me like that. However, the boy's foot loses balance as this boy's foot loses balance as it steps into the crater and falls backwards, much to the bully's dismay. Nova's back and his armate gear hits the weapon of the comet. An electrical surge starts up from the gun. Nova it's a sword. It's a sword! An electrical surge starts up from the sword. Nova can feel the power. The painful power got even more intense when the white light crashed into the colliding armate gears. Should be the colliding weapons, but again, old draft. So much power is spilling out of this impact, covering the local area in a blue lightning surge. The bully gets blown backwards thanks to the power explosion. I was trying to think, how is that written? Nova stands up with pain and energy flowing through his body. His armate gear changed. Behold, the signature weapon of Armatelum Showdown, the Impact Blitzer! He looks down to his armate gear. I was about to say Impact Blitzer then. The strange armate gear the strange sword and his armate gear has fused together. Fused into what I now call Impact Blitzer. There should be a comma, or like a semicolon there, but you know, old draft. I'll have to go back and change the stuff up. Chapter transitions. Did I forget to mention that? I have chapter transitions. The other two comets. The other two comets came into the Earth's atmosphere, then crash landed into the sea. The might of the crash made the ocean shake. No major floods happened though. Seeing as the sea was able to level itself out before the waves caught up to any land. That's a bit strange, isn't it? The comet's crashing caused a new island to rise up from the ocean. Not sure how it did, but it did. The creator of Armatelum moved to the creators, there's multiple people, The creators of Armatelum moved to this island and colonized it. I can't read, alright? Turning it into an Armatelum resort hotspot. 5 years later, the Armatelum Kingdom, Bidondera, is open to the public. And that's where we're traveling right now. Thanks for the reminder, cuz. I almost forgot why I tag along with me to Bidondera there. I think I should say I almost forgot why you are tagging along with me to Bidondera. I don't even. I'm good at this, I'm not actually. Stupid Shuffle. You have to remember, I'm only going here. Stupid Shuffle. You have to remember, I'm only gonna be here for a week. Before I'm going back to England. I'm only meeting up with the king to chat about this impact blitzer of mine. For those who know Hyperforce All-Stars, Shuffle returned for Armatelum. Or, wait, Armatelum is before Hyperforce All-Stars. So, Shuffle debuts here. I know it conflicts with other Hyperforce All-Stars lore, but that lore is dead. It is practically a mess. So, this is where Shuffle gets his debut. For those who know Hyperforce All-Stars and this character. Because I did say in one of the videos, all of the Hyperforce All-Stars original characters that I made for the series, like Shuffle and Sakura and a couple of others, would be showing up in Armatelum, like retroactively. So here you go. Here's Shuffle. I can't believe the king of Bidondera himself gave ya a free crib, man. Cuz you should live here and let me camp out, ya dig? Shuffle speaks in broken slang. I'm giving you the house once I go back. Chill. I can't just leave my mum and college behind. Are you sure about that, Nova? Who do you think I am? You? That's sass. Getting me with the... Get me some water, cause I just got burned! I don't know what voice Shuffle should have. For some reason I thought Funky Kong from Donkey Kong Country, the cartoon, but I don't know how to do that voice. And I don't know how to do that voice while reading dialogue that I can't do right. Come on, cuz, be more plus, you dig? You know, like be more positive. Yeah, you gotta figure out what he's saying. We need an official translator. Yeah, you're right. I should be more positive. Oh yeah, Nova somehow knows what he says. I guess Nova's our translator here. I'm off to see the king of Bidondera at the end of this week. I'm just not used to the new situation. Don't fear, cuz. That should be Shuffle's name tag. How did I not know it? Like I said, like, alpha build. Don't fear, cuz. Ya DJ, cuz. Shuffle Star is here to assist ya, you dig? That makes me even more worried. Well, cuz, you're burning me badder than a sick mixtape. Okay, I forgot I wrote that. I forgot I read that line. Then a sick mixtape. Would you believe me if I forget that I do? I forget like half the stuff I do. An aeroplane cuts through Bidondera's sky to land upon the island. Both of the cousins feeling the shock of the landing. I wonder if Shuffle's that type of guy who claps when the aeroplane lands. They move along with everyone else, getting ready to get off this flying machine. As they got to the exit, the Star Boy steps out to see the new land. Ah, this should be something I should mention. Whenever an important character is first introduced, you'll get this custom drawn, rendered out CG image. Because as you saw before with the other CG images, they were done with the character models. But for character introductions, or like majorly important things, I'm gonna do it like this. Full on, drawn out, rendered things, and look at the screen now. This is the original drawing that this render's based off. So I kind of drew over it and digitized it, really. Just a bit of that extra quality, just a bit of that extra spice to sprinkle onto this, what food item would Armatelum be? If we're gonna go off visual novels, if we're gonna go off Doki Doki for a moment here, and I mean Doki Doki, not Mystic Messenger, the food that most people take away from Doki Doki is a cupcake. So Armatelum is a cupcake, a blue cupcake. The blue is icing, don't worry, it's not like radioactive or whatever. We have a blue cupcake. And these little CG images are like sprinkles on top. But there's something inside it that makes it not 100% visual novel, but I'm not ready to show that yet. The second part of Armatelum still isn't ready yet! As he got to the exit, the star boy stepped out to see the new land. So yeah, basically, character renders. Yeah. Just a bit of spice to add on. The tropical temperature brightened up Nova's soul, feeling the warmth of the resort island. And yet he's still wearing, like, a full shirt. It's as thin as a t-shirt, though, so... Hello, Bidandera! Nova Star Eyes is here! Diving a hand into his pocket, Nova grabs something. Well, Nova gets something out. Name tag's still there! Excuse me. I'm finding so many problems. This is the letter he keeps referencing. Reading over the contents once again. Once, not one. Has he referenced this letter before, actually?
No.
I think he has.
No.
He's like, oh yeah, the king wanted to see me. I should probably, like, double check to see if he actually mentions a letter. Dear Mr. Nova Star Eyes, I would like to invite you over to the lovely Armatelum Kingdom of Bidandera, seeing as you're the new owner of the legend itself, Ares Blitzer. Yes, that is the name of the sword in the comet, just so then you know. If you couldn't put two and two together, don't worry, I can't put one and one together sometimes. It would be in your best interest to come visit me, so we can talk about the discovery of this armored gear, and of its importance to shape the future. That armored gear should probably be sword. I have provided you with a small expense paid trip to my island, and even your own house. Just use the provided ticket. Invite a family member too to keep you company. I don't mind. The more the merrier, hey? Hope this letter was convincing enough. I await your arrival. Signed, King of Bidandera. I hope that letter gives you a bit of an idea of how the King of Bidandera's personality is. He's a bit of a goof. The letter reminds Nova why he's here. He smiles, following Shuffle through the airport, starting a new day. Because today's a new day, today's a new start. I also noticed that the transition isn't fully complete. I gotta fix that. Later that day, both of the cousins are fully unpacked the essentials. The new house is officially theirs. Unpack the essentials, the new house officially theirs. I'm just adding more words and then they don't need to be. Alright, just gotta get us some grub. See you in a mo, you dig? Yeah, see you later. As Shuffle left the house, the door shutting behind him. Nova stood back here, now, but pardon me, jeez. Nova stood there, now alone, left to his own thoughts. He decides to tap his armored gear, knocking on it like it's a door. Hello, pizza's here! Hey, Arrowbird, you can come out now. Shuffle's gone grocery shopping. Is that wings on his hat? What? Are they wings? A figure jumped out of the glass ball of the impact blitzer. That's grammatically incorrect. No, this is what you see on the screen is grammatically correct. What I said isn't. Like, glass ball of the impact blitzer is grammatically not correct because that's how I want it to be. It's like, it's your own personal device. It's not like, oh yeah, this is just the gun. No, it's my gun, you know? Especially when your impact blitzer houses this soul here, which we are going to learn more about in just a moment. A figure jumped out of the glass ball of impact blitzer. You don't say the Nova Star Rise. No, you don't. You say Nova Star Rise. It's names. Even though you would say, oh yeah, the Nintendo Switch. Don't question me. My series. You can question me all you want, everybody else does, so don't worry about it. Sir Justice Star, I don't know what voice to give you. I only have like 2 male voices that are not like silly. I've given the king and the bully the exact same voice. I'm just gonna have to do it for Arrowburn again. Sir Justice Star, I assume your trip to beat Undera is a success? Oh, using my hero nickname are you, Sir Arrowburn? Well, if you're going to be my apprentice, I should address you as a fellow knight. We decided on Justice Star, did we not? It's only been 2 weeks since you started talking to me again anyways, and you're treating me like we've known each other for 5 years or something daft. Wait, it has been 5 years? Yeah, Armatelum has a bit of a time jump between when he finds the sword when he was younger and now, at this point in time. It's been 5 years. This is the point in the game that sort of tells you that it's been 5 years. I think Arrowburn actually does say it in a bit. Well, I guess we'll just wait if the game actually does directly say, it has been 5 years since J-Star found the Ares Blitzer. Only really have to drop you off with the king once he's available, that is. But yeah, here we go. But we have known each other for 5 years, Justice Star, Arrowburn said with an annoyed tone. Since the day we collided with the Ares Blitzer to now, I may have been in a coma, but I did pick up on conversations while I was fading in and out of consciousness, trapped inside a muted version of my Blitzer. So yeah, you know that white light that came from the sky and crashed into Nova when his army gear and sword were fusing? That was Arrowburn. He's now stuck as a part of it. I only had enough power back in my system to talk to you with this ghostly form, let alone separate from this impact blitzer. I was wondering what was going on. Only speaking for 2 weeks while you was with me for 5 years. Seems odd. Yet again, this whole thing is odd. I mean, it is really. Arrowburn starts to laugh. Amused at the star's attitude. I know it's a lot to take in, Justice Star, but hopefully the king of this land will have more information for us. You did say that he knew about Impact Blitzer. Nova springs back up as he looks through the king's letter once again. He starts to read the letter out loud to the Sky Knight, sort of like he's reciting lines for a play. I knew that boat was coming. Pardon me. I would like to invite you over to the lovely Armatelum Kingdom of Beatandera, seeing as you of the legend itself, Ares Blitzer. It would be in your best interest to come visit me so we can talk about the discovery of this armored gear and of its importance to shaping the future. Aye, yes! My Ares Blitzer and its importance for the future. This man knows something we do not. Wait, what? We? He questions. Should you know, seeing as you're the knight of this gear? I don't quite recall everything from my past. That coma gave me a bad case of amnesia. Don't look at me like that. A bad case of amnesia, Nova. I have told you this. All I remember is that I am the Knight of the Sky, and that I am the user of the Eris Blitzer. Not much else, I'm afraid. I had to do this, so then people would have complained as to why Araburn wouldn't be like, oh yeah, this is like this because this. We have somebody here that comes from the sword, or at least used the sword, so he would know a lot about this legend that the sword comes from. So why can't Nova just ask him what's going on? The whole point of the game is to build up the mystery of this sort of past event, this lost history. If he just told you right here and now, there wouldn't really be a mystery, would there? Gotta keep there some suspense. And besides, he was in a coma for 5 years! I mean, of course that's gonna affect him, I guess. I'm just making up excuses now. I want there to be a mystery, so this guy's having amnesia if you like it or not. Is journey spelled wrong? I think it is. Guess this will be a journey for both of us, huh? Indeed it will be. But in the morning, Araburn. Chapter 1 begins. Saving Emerald Toon. Ooh, now we're in Chapter 1! The morning arrived. A new day up and ready for action. The main star waddled down to the living room his cousin has already occupied. Nova gave off a big yawn right at Shuffle, his eyes a little droopy. Nova! Poppin' morning to ya my super cuz. Ya still sleepy? What is sleep? I've been rolling around at the speed of sound last night. What's gotten ya so spinny lately, Nova? Going outside. Shuffle looked at his cousin a little baffled. Nova had a bad night because of going outside, as he put it. An idea springs to the man. Shuffle runs around to the back of Nova and places his hands on his back. What are you doing? Shuffle didn't say anything to Nova and started pushing him out of the living room. Shuffle threw Justice Saw out of the house. Nova is a little teed off. Just a tad. Look at that face. It's just a tad. Ignore the anime-esque anger. The plus anger red mark thing. What do you even call that? I call it an anger mark, but is that its official term? Probably something that's pronounced in Japanese. Yo, Nova, get your butt to Emerald Toon shop and get me and yourself some food. Shuffle ran off it and slammed the door shut behind him. Nova stands there wondering what he should do now, being kicked out of his own house. And go off into the village and face socialization? Or try to get back into the house? This, my friends, is a bit of choice making. Armatelum's a visual novel. Of course there's going to be choice making. However, choice making in this game isn't to boost your chance with a certain girl, because Armatelum's not about relationships. Well, it is, but it's not about romantic. Well, Armatelum doesn't have a dating element. There's no, you pick this girl to go out on a date with, like there is in all sorts of other visual novels like Fireball Heart and My Girlfriend is the President. This is an adventure game. You can change elements of the story by picking certain options. You can change how characters feel, not only towards each other, but towards, well, just life, with different options. So are we going to make Nova angry? Or are we gonna make him be like, alright, because this boy is shy. He doesn't really know what he's doing. But for the sake of canonicity, going to canon, we're gonna face socialization. Nova turned away from the house with a heavy sigh leaking from his lips. Worried, Sir Nova? Araburn asked, concerned. A little bit. Just never been sure about the people you'd meet. Well, believe me, Nova, that no one friendly would mess with a knight and his apprentice. Just as Star paused his movements and started to think over those words. So Nova's a bit worried about meeting new people and the new people turning out to be, well, not desirable for friendship. If someone gives you any trouble, I'm right here to protect you if you cannot evade yourself. You're much more protected than previous years. Besides, given the land is the Armatelum Kingdom, you would most likely meet other Armatelum players that you would befriend and be the hero to. Something struck a chord with Nova. Yeah! How can I be the hero of the stars? How can the hero of the stars do his job if, as the heir to the night of the sky? That's an accidental pun. The heir to the night of the sky. Is heir spelled wrong? Or is it actually meant to be spelled like that? Because rain, as in like cloud rain, and rain as in like a king's reign, are spelled differently. So is heir and heir spelled differently?
No.
Can you believe that I passed English? I can't. Heir to the night of the sky if I don't at least know my way to the shop and back. One step at a time. One step at a time, Nova, and soon you'll know this place like the back of your gloved hand. Yeah. We don't need to charge head first. Just walk in and see what fate deals us. If you're comfortable with that, then let's proceed, Hero of the Stars. Yeah! Got a jet, Arabun! And with that, Arabun successfully baited Nova into going to Armatelum Village. Bait him. Little map transition. Now we're in Armatelum Village. Our work is not finalized. That map is also not finalized. Justice Star walks within the local Armatelum Village. Impact blitz on his hips. Well, it's more on his butt, really. Now that I think about it. I'm not good at this at all! While standing there, he breathes a big sigh of the Armatelum air. Seeing all the cottages spread out from a central bell tower made of bricks, standing up tall with a golden bell, the road that the road that goes to the village with its pathways, the people that walked by. They should be separate sentences, shouldn't they? Nova gulps, getting himself ready for his little trip into the village. Looks like I'd better get going. Yes, you should. Yes, you'll have to get going if you want to get used to the new village. Oben's voice speaks from the glass ball. Nova's steps can be really heard. He's too busy running to a decided destination. So he's running and he's slapping his feet on the ground hard. Can I describe things? I don't know. The bell tower. That should be a good place to start. People looking towards the new kid in the village as he runs past. They look at the armored gear he's carrying. Such a large orange contraption strapped onto his belt. The sky is lush and blue, both in the Atmos case and the sky above. The atmosphere of this village is welcoming. I should state that the Atmos case is the glass ball on the impact blitzer. It has an official name. I probably should have specified that in the text. But maybe you can figure it out because the glass ball does look like an atmosphere. That's the point. It's a small little atmosphere in there. Because it's the weapon of the sky. It was also on the sword, so it really is the sky weapon. Nova can feel the welcoming air and decides to slow down and take it easy. He walks towards the bell tower landmark, hoping from there he can find his way to the village shop. Maybe he will go around and be like, excuse me, do you know what a shop is? I'm new here. Hi, Nova Starrise, I'm not worried, I'm not nervous. Hoping there'll be something to do at the center of the village, or at least close to the tower. The star looks to his left and sees the people who are staring at his orange weapon from the other side of the road. His face distorts to one of annoyance. Excuse me, what was that? One of the watchers starts running towards him, but he doesn't notice. He walks a bit more. He walks a little bit more before a yellow blur jumps in front of the boy, making him stop. CG image. New character. Important character introduction! Wait, what? Nova utters, an annoyance and shock in his voice. Howdy, y'all! This girl shouts in a Texas accent, giving off a happy smile. I can't Texas, alright? I mean, I have another voice actress who does it, but she's not here right now. I'm doing this by myself. Sorry for the interruption. That giant orange thing on your back. The Starboy sighs, hits my armor gear, then crosses his arms. Why do you ask? This blonde girl looks... Blonde? That's a bit of an understatement. It's straight up yellow! That's a pun! This blonde girl looks at the impact... They're grammatically incorrect! Looks at Impact Blitzer and her eyes get all sparkly. Wow! A Gen 1 armor gear! She jumps back. This is a very rare type of gear to see nowadays, she exclaims. Gen 1? Starrise questions. You don't know that we're in Generation 2 of Armatelum? Are you a noob or something? I mean, he hasn't been into it for 5 years. What? Nova crosses his arms with a pouty face, making this yellow gal laugh along. Dude, when Armatelum turned 3 years old, 3 years ago, the designs of... Wait. Okay. I had to think there. So we're actually in year 6 of Armatelum when, at this point in time, we're year 6 of the sport. Nova found Ares Blitzer, maybe at the end of year 1 or at the start of year 2, something like that. This entire thing is basically meant to say, yeah, Armatelum isn't completely new and it's already gone through a generation shift. It's a bit of lore. A bit of extra spice to add onto that lore-flavoured cupcake that I mentioned earlier. Sprinkles and spice? Wait, what? Is a spicy cupcake a thing? I'm getting sidetracked. Dude, when Armatelum turned 3 years old 3 years ago, the designs of the armor gears changed from arm cannons to firearms. You clearly have an arm cannon, so you have a Gen 1 gear. So, the first 3 years were arm cannons, and these 3 modern years are guns, firearms. Nova noticed that this girl's just started off a conversation with him, so he decides to carry on the topic. Socialize a little, you know? That's kind of one of the reasons why he's here. Is there a problem with me having an arm cannon? Nope. Not a problem at all. Sure is interesting to see a Gen 1er amongst us new Gen 2ers. Just wondering, why y'all haven't upgraded it for 3 years? Well, I haven't upgraded for 5 years simply because I can't. I'm stuck with Impact Blitzer as it is. As the star mentioned the name of his gear, the girl seems to get a little ecstatic, like a fire lit up within her. The boy is just wondering, a bit fearful, what he just ignited. Impact Blitzer? You're the boy who took the strange weapon, comet weapon? Wait, what? You know about that? It was a hot topic for a month on the Armatelum forums, with the floodgates opening to the crazy conspiracy theories, like how a fairy tale of this sport is like how do you read? Conspiracies like how the fairy tales this sport is based off is real or something crazy. So yeah, Armatelum is based off a fairy tale, a lost history, or something crazy. The legends are true! But what are the legends? That's the mystery of Armatelum Showdown that you will find out when you play the game, when it's released in like, I don't know how many years. I'm sorry. You're a bit of a legend, you know. Well, yeah, I can't change the armor gear. That'd be a little disrespectful. It's so cool to meet the guy who gained the comet gear. My name is Yellow Saladin. Do you see why I said the yellow hair was a pun? This girl is named Yellow if you're not caught up. I'm Justice Star, hero of the stars. Nova and Yellow shake hands. Nova agreeing to become friends with this yellow girl. Pun, because she's yellow. Also, her name tag text is black because if it's white, you can't see it. It's hard to see, so boom. Nice stage name, but a hero of the stars should really know how to throw down a showdown. So Justice Star, wait. That's all I can really show you for today, folks. I've shown you a lot of Armatelum Showdown, all of the prologue, and probably 1/3 of Chapter 1, but I have to stop it here. Why? Because Yellow's going to challenge J-Star to the second point of Armatelum Showdown. And I'm not ready to reveal it yet, so you're just gonna have to wait. Now, that was something. I hope you enjoyed that look into Armatelum Showdown. Progress is steady, but moving along day by day. I'm sure the demo will be out before we know it. Before he runs into a problem and can't get the demo out before uni starts again.
Oh, I missed!
If you're interested in following the development of the visual novel, subscribe to the Armatelum channel and follow the official Twitter account at Armatelum. If you want. I'm not going to be like other YouTubers who are like, if I spin this fidget spinner on my ring for 5 seconds, then you have to smash the like button, or whatever they do these days. Are these like, comment, and subscribe segments always going to be this parodic?
15 likes, and I'll do the entirety of the next J5 the Hyperforce video in a lolly voice. I'm not even joking.
This has been our Armatelum channel. Until next time, throw down the showdown!
風が吹き荒れず雲はちぎれ遠く立ち尽くすその時も想いは果てないこの天の日